Planet Shakers with endless praise. It is 17 minutes after 5 o'clock. Of course, chatting about all things back to school. We asked you, how are you spicing up your lunchbox creativity when it comes to packing in lunch for the kiddos? And I, of course, shared how I'm struggling to absolutely spice it up on my end. Of course, Natasha and Romeo with you all the way to 6 p.m. We've got Erin Kemper on the line now. She is a graphic designer, content creator, and digital marketing speaking. She'll be speaking on behalf of the Academy of Digital Arts, formerly known as Friends of Design. Now they're situated on Bree Street, and they provide 1-year higher certificate programs in concept art, game and interactive media development, graphic design, and of course, web design. A very good afternoon to you, Erin.
Good afternoon. I'm also here with Lars, our head of department for game and interactive media development.
Hi, Lars. Welcome to The Drive.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for joining us. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you say you guys are feeling?
12.
I love that. I love it. Erin, you agree?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Love it. Let's talk about the Academy of Digital Arts. Just some background information and sort of where it all began.
The Academy of Digital Art has been around for 15 years now. We started as Friends of Design, as you said, and the Academy was always part of Friends of Design. But we do a couple of other things now, so we decided to have the Academy of Digital Arts as its own name. And what we do is we provide 1-year full-time courses that are all accredited in the fields that you just mentioned, in graphic design, in web design, UI, UX development, concept art, and the game and interactive media. And our goal is and always has been to provide an education that is based on practical implementation, the knowledge being taught by lecturers that actually work in the field that they're teaching in, and to make sure that you get an education that allows you to start a career by the end of the year that you study with us.
Fantastic. Let's talk about some of the courses that you guys offer. And I know it's short and full-time courses. Let's unpack that.
So the courses, the full-time courses are all the web design, graphic design, game and concept art courses.
Yeah.
And those courses are, as I said, fully accredited. They are for matric students that want to start a career now after school. We also have a lot of bachelor students that already studied doing these courses because they provide the practical experience. They're portfolio driven, like especially in our field when it comes to people employing you for your skills, be it coding, be it graphic design or whatever. Your future employers want to see a portfolio. They want to know what you are capable of doing. Just to have a degree, just in inverted commas, and having marks doesn't get you a job. So what we try to do is to give you the opportunity throughout the year to build a strong portfolio. And at the graduate showcase at the end of the year, where we invite the public and people that come from the industry, you can show what you're capable of and get at least a paid internship or your first job interview and so on and so forth. The short courses that Erin will talk about have a different goal. So Erin is better suited to talk about that.
So you're looking at someone who actually did the short course last year. And this isn't someone who just graduated. I've actually been working in the industry in advertising for the last 3 years. So this is really a 4 to 6 week program that's designed for people who are working, for kids who have just finished matric and they want to sort of dip their toes and see what it would be like to maybe look into a few things that we offer. Or it's also for people who just want to really get passionate about creativity again and learn to use professional software. So I adored it. I did the concept art course. But it's great because it's in the evening. You have an option to do it virtually. You can go in on campus, which is what I did. And you're going to learn anything from coding languages to web design, creative platforms like Photoshop and InDesign and Illustrator. You're going to be learning video editing. And then, of course, my favorites, 3D modeling and concept art. Just brilliant, brilliant courses.
So the courses, the short courses have been designed. If you want to upskill, like you're a graphic designer for like 10 years now, and all of a sudden you realize, wait, maybe 3D modeling is my thing, or I want to go more into illustration and concept art interests me. That is the course that you would take. They are very, compared to the full-time courses, these are more software driven, short, like 4 to 6 weeks courses. Yeah, that help you to change your career if you want to, for example.
And I mean, you're looking at someone who felt industry ready after, I mean, again, I was industry ready, of course, because I had studied before and worked before. But in terms of concept art, just learning that in that 4-week course, I already felt like I could look for jobs where knowing how to do concept art and work in that field, like I felt that I could be confident to just jump in because I was like, this was so practical. I was wanting to study for a year after that because it was so exciting. It was really, it's like the condensed version of what you can experience if you do the full-time course. But then I got a job. So again, we're really sticking to you go to this university, you can get a job. You can be at the Academy of Digital Arts if you're lucky.
And all of a sudden you're on radio.
And here I am.
I love that. I love that. Listen, if you are a matriculant and you're wondering what to do, then tune into the conversation. Chatting to Erin Kemper, and I think it was Lance or Lars, I beg to be corrected there. Of course, from graphic designer, and we're going to touch on sort of the open days as well as how, people can apply and the entire process.
I absolutely love the fact that you mentioned that you had gone through the process. So you're speaking from a point of experience and not just, from an outside point of view. And I love the fact that you mentioned as well how through taking the course, through going on this, it not only upskilled you, but you had the opportunity now to be working as well. Something that we want to touch on, little birdie told us, that there's an open day happening. So we want to find out that apparently there's a virtual open day and there's a campus one. Can you share more about that, please?
Yeah, sure. So the birdie was right. We have a virtual open day. We have a virtual open day, which is more like for students that live somewhere else, like even abroad, and they want to talk to us and find out what we do in the different courses. And that one happens at 7:00, so it's a bit short notice.
It's happening in less than 2 hours from now.
So for anyone that lives in the Cape Town area, the open days on campus are there for you to come in. I find it, like, I've been in this industry for 15 years teaching and 30 years working. I find it super important for young students to come in and the parents to come in to look at the campus. Go to any other school and look at the campus. Do you feel well there? What do you get? What's the vibe that you get from the lecturers, from the teachers? We have some students there that you can talk to. So yes, the lecturers will all tell you this is the best thing ever. Talk to the students. They will tell you what they think. And so you can come on to us on Saturday morning, 10:00 until 12. Come on campus, talk to our lecturers, talk to our students, learn about the different courses in detail, what you can get out of them, career opportunities. What are the career opportunities there? How do we go about things? Be here on Bree Street. Start with a coffee in one of the beautiful restaurants just across the street. And then come in and start your day in Cape Town.
And I have more things to add to that. Are we serving free coffees?
Yes, free coffee.
You don't even have to go to a coffee shop.
We have
Get
free.
your Bree Street.
Everything at once.
You've got free parking close by, so you really have no excuse. So if you're wanting to go to Bree Street on Saturday, now is your perfect moment. And pop in and see what we're all about. We have an incredible campus.
Yeah.
Wow. And when do your applications close for full-time courses?
So we've extended our application deadline. So we're still taking late applications, and you can apply to join us up until the end of February, even though we are starting our orientation in about next week, Thursday, actually. You can still join in on the fun.
Fantastic. We have, I think, one more question
One or
before we
two,
wrap
yeah,
up.
one more. Yes, I'll just ask one more question. A big question. Of course, our listeners also want to find out
Yeah.
what makes the Academy of Digital Arts very different, the unique offering compared to other similar institutions.
Maybe I should let me answer that. Yeah. So the one thing is, as I mentioned before, like in passing, all of your lecturers are still working in the field. So you get hands-on industry experienced people that also know
Yeah.
the academic side of things, of course. We are very low hierarchy, so we know our students. We limit the classes to usually 30 to 35 people because all of the courses are practice driven. We firmly believe in learning by making mistakes, and you do a lot of projects. So
Yeah.
we need the time to talk to you, to talk to every student. And on top of that, we are also very connected to the industry. We are part of a lot of events. We start you guys networking at the very beginning of the year. So you build connections to the industry, to maybe later employers or clients, depending on what you want to do. And
Yeah.
on top of that, we do corporate training as well as a
Oh,
second, like
wow.
kind of a branch of Friends of Design.
Wow.
And our corporate training means that we train large companies here in town and internationally.
Yeah.
That means we know what these guys expect from the students that they might, or from new employees.
And I mean, if I can add to that, as someone who did a BA, of course, I loved it, but I think a lot of kids right now who've just matriculated, results are looming, are coming out at the end of this week. They're probably wondering, can I commit to 3 years? Do I want to? Can I afford to commit to 3 years? Parents are also wanting to send their kids to a school where they know they're going to learn skills to be able to get ready and get into the industry and be confident. So what's really special about the Academy of Digital Arts is because it's 1 year, because it's so practical, it's industry relevant, it's portfolio driven, you really will have the confidence. We've seen it in a lot of our graduates who have gone on to work on fantastic projects. For film, for game, for, I mean, yeah, you can go into advertising. I mean, the sky is the limit. I think, yeah, with parents right now, what we're really trying to do is we want to reshape the fact that creatives can have successful futures. And if you send them to the right school and you find a place that is practical, where we really love and nurture our students, they can succeed. And again, it's fast tracking to success.
And that's pretty much the case for all the alumni course students from all the courses that we have. Like we have, for instance, internationally, we have graphic design students that work now for advertising companies in Dubai. We had game students that work on AR projects for Volkswagen in Germany.
Wow.
We have students in Scotland and all over the place. So the industry, the digital design industry, is so versatile that you can basically pick the industry you want to apply your skills in.
Yeah.
And then you go and work in that industry with that skill set. Even for the game guys, like you don't have to become a game developer that works for a game development company. We have students that work in engineering because they use the same tools, just in a slightly different way.
So you don't have to also consider the fact that you don't really have to focus so much on the theory side of things because it's so practical. I think that's one of the most difficult things a lot of students will find when they do these degrees. I personally struggled with the theory side because all I wanted to do was practical. I wanted to be designing right now with my BA in visual communications. But if you, for those who obviously want to study further, this is great. You do your 1 year practical higher certificate, and then you can go on to do a BA, swap that around, see where it takes you at the end. Again, I'm living, breathing proof. Obviously, you guys can see me. The listeners can only hear me. But
they can log on to Facebook and YouTube, and they can see you.
I only did the short course and I got a job here. I mean, the standards are very high, I need to just tell you, and I worked very hard. But this is a brilliant school, and we wouldn't be here telling you guys about it if it wasn't.
Yeah, I think I also love the fact that there's so much flexibility within the creative space, right? You work on your own time. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot more flexibility.
Of course.
Yeah. For anyone wanting to reach out to you guys, so parents and students, how do they find you? Where do they find you in the social space?
So basically, we're on pretty much all social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and now TikTok. If you just type in the Academy of Digital Arts, we will pop up. But if, say, for example, students are listening right now and you want to get in contact with us through Instagram, we are at Academy underscore digital underscore arts. And then for parents and potential students, all creatives who have been listening and all of this is ringing true and you're like, I want to enroll right now, you can find us at ada.ac.za, like AC, like aircon, but it's
academic.
Academic, because we are an academic institution, ada.ac.za.
Fantastic. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time. Yeah, I think that about wraps everything up. We've got a couple of people asking for questions and sort of, repeating your contact details, but we're going to send it to them directly. Thank you so much, Erin and co. It's been fantastic, and all the best with the rest of the year.
Thank you so much for having us.
Fantastic. Keep well.
Bye. Have a lovely one.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye. There you have it. That